Hello, hello. Welcome to the Deborah Berry channel. If this is your first time, I am Deborah Berry. This channel is about fashion. It's about styling. It's about doing everything we can, ladies, to hold on to our pretty. It's about getting dressed and looking your absolute very best. That's right. Get up, get dressed, and look your very, very, very best. And as always, welcome back to my returning subscribers and viewers. I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Hello, my lovely lovelies. Hello, my lovely lovelies. When I tell you, she had a slow start this morning. I'm like, my God, it's been hours and hours, and it was cloudy, and it's dark now in the mornings. You just want to lay in the bed, just want to lay there. And I lay back down. I got up. I laid back down. So I'm up now. It is like the afternoon and I'm just now getting started, but I'm really excited about this week. I'm really excited. So I'm up. So let's do my lips. I pulled out an older one. It's a Givenchy. I love the case because it's velvet. Isn't it pretty? And it's got the little silver. And it's a dark red. It's called something Graine. I'll list it below. But it's nice. I like to wear it in the fall months, like it's darker red. I couldn't decide what lips I wanted to put on, so I did those. I did that. Nails. Hey, it's that time. Chocolate brown. This is Olive and June. And the color's called C as in Charles, N as in Nancy. And it's the regular, and it's a deep chocolate brown. Almost looks black, but this is black, that's brown. But anyway, deep chocolate brown. Fragrance. I felt like this should be a Valentino kind of day. The Donna something, I don't remember the name. I'll list it below, but it's one of my faves. And I got an email from Dillard's or something. They've got a new fragrance in a white bottle. The notes sounded luscious. I can't wait to go to Dillard's and see what that smells like, because in the white bottle, it is so pretty in the white bottle. So I'm interested in seeing what that smells like. Ooh, this smells wonderful. So check it out. Valentino, Diorama, Donna, whatever. Lovely, 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 lovely indeed. So, how's everyone? I just want to thank you for last week. The Ana Luisa, which I have on the ring today, and my favorite bangle. I love this bangle. And you guys gave me such great feedback on that, and it's so nice. And I wore one of the necklaces, well, I wore the bracelet too, to church yesterday. Speaking of which, we did go to church. I guess I should jump right into church, right? I'll put the church pics up. Let's see. I wore my brown linen blazer. It's a linen blazer from Banana, but it's like nice heavyweight linen. It's good for spring and fall. And I just put black with it. I was like, I'm not doing too much. And he had on brown pants, kind of a brownish looking jacket. He put the powder blue shirt on. I wanted him to put the white on. And he put those, I don't know if you can see it in the pictures, those bucks on. I hate them shoes, but he loves them. My sister even said, I was wondering about those shoes, because I always send every week on the way to church. After I take the pictures, I send it to my sister, my son, and my niece, my sister's daughter. I send I send it to his sister. I send them a picture, happy Sunday morning. This is us on our way. We're going to church. So they get a church pic each week. I text them that just to see what they have to say, and just to say hi. Hey, it's us. Happy Sunday morning, But that's what we wore. Church was nice. The weather was gorgeous. We just, we cannot. I keep when I do it, I'm looking out the window. I cannot stress how wonderful it is for this weather, which we know it's going to change. It's going to change. Everything must change. Nothing and no one stays the same. Okay, so that was the church pics. And I was thanking you for last week. And speaking of last week, Ana Luisa was a hit, but baby, the satin slip skirts were a big hit. Oh, you guys just love those. I loved working with those. I had such a ball putting those looks together, and I still have many more in my head of how to to style the slip skirt, and a lot of you had slip skirts already, and I was happy to inspire you to say try some different things with yours. Take a slip skirt, treat it like any other skirt, put a big white shirt on with it and a belt, put a big sloppy sweater on with it, you know, just make it your own. You can make your own statement with it. You could put it on with some cowboy boots and a jacket, you know. Who, you know, Karen Britchick would probably put cowboy boots on with hers. So it's up to you to play with it. And what's nice, they had the maxi length and they have the midi length for my petite ladies that want to still do a long skirt and don't have to buy one and get it all hemmed and everything. I know that's so annoying. It's like me, I want some of the midi length, but they can't make them any longer. So we do what we have to do, right, ladies? We do what we have to do. Let's see. So the skirts were, I love the feedback on the skirts. That is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So how's your week been? How's everyone's week been? I just want to thank you for the lovely comments. And I got one negative one that I didn't talk about last week, but you know what? I just sweep it off my shoulders now because I think of you guys and go, let them people go on. I just wrote on there, I said, God bless your soul. That's my comment now. God bless your soul. Because everyone's entitled to their opinion, but you don't have to be nasty about it, right? So that's okay. I only got one, and I think one of you even addressed that person in the comments for me. So I appreciate that. And what was I was going to talk about the skirts. Look, I've drawn a blank out to see. I shouldn't even let it bother me. Anyway, I'm having a ball. I enjoyed doing last week's video, and I know it was an hour long. You guys stuck in there for an hour long. I'm just impressed by you guys. I'm impressed that you are so supportive and so just lift me up, you know, and just, you know, it's okay. So, and I'm sitting here now. I'm trying to be as plain as possible. And I got a fun video. Look at me. I'm switching right over to topic, right? Yeah, let's just switch to topic. I was going to tell you about the earrings I have on first. I wanted to talk about the earrings. I use these earrings a lot, and they're the little Bottega dupes, the small Bottega dupes. I'll zoom in on them for you. They make for a really great earring, but I get them at Amazon. But they do have the larger ones, and a lot of you will ask me about them. And here's the big size. Look at the difference. They come in a big size too. These came in silver and gold in a set. You get a pair of silver ones like this, the same size, and you get the gold. I will list them. And then these bigger ones just come by itself. But look how big. Look. Just look how big that is compared to that one. Okay? It's a big earring. But when I go out or something, I'm going to something fancy and it's a great impact. It's a good way to dress up your ears at a really economical price. And I will list these. I'm sure Amazon still has them. And they're not heavy. They're, you know, it's a little weight to them because of the size. You know, I just brace mine with those little patches you can put on the back, clear, put those on, and then put your earring on, and that really holds it in place for you. For when you're wearing a heavier earring or you got a wonky ear like me, right? Right. All right. And I also want to say thank you. I don't have my ear cuff on, but you guys were so helpful. One of you told me squeeze it. I tried squeezing that thing. It didn't move, but I kind of tried. I wore it to church yesterday. It stayed in all day. It stayed up there, but I can only put it up here. I cannot. So I'm learning. I'm working with it. I'm working with it because it is so fun, you know. So we're going to work with that Ana Luisa ear cuff. And, you know, I'll be doing another Ana Luisa, you know, come November for Black Friday. So look for that. You know, if you couldn't get any this time, Black Friday's coming where they'll have a lot of stuff on sale and you can get some pieces. Because that pave necklace, one of you told me you already had that. I'm behind. You are ahead of the game with me. You had that and you loved it. So, hey, we're gonna go with that. So, why are we here? Topic of let's go right to topic. You know, one of my fashion icons passed away. And I just, you know, Miss Diane Keaton. Let me put her name up here, Diane Keaton. She was a style icon for me. I have loved all of her outfits and the way she just does her own thing. You know, she set her own trends, and I love it. She's kind of like Carolina to me, Carolina Herrera with the big belt, you know, and the skirts. She loves a full skirt. She loves a wide belt. I have always loved a wide belt, and I decided that I was going to, this week's video would be my nod to Diane Keaton and her style. So I'm going to do 4 looks inspired by her style, by Miss Diane Keaton. So and that was fun. I thought, I didn't even know what I was going to do this week, and you know, I always think of it on Saturday and Sunday. Then my husband, he had heard about her passing, and I said, oh no. So I had my video stuff I was thinking on doing. I wasn't sure, and then I thought, I gotta do my nod to the style icon, because this channel is about fashion and styling, and she's always been one for my. And I love how she dresses, and she can put a pantsuit on, she can put a tulle skirt on, she can put just a full dress on, or she can do, you know, the Annie Hall look, you know, a hat. She can wear a hat. Can she not wear a hat? Okay. So that's what this week's video is. I decided to dedicate the styles I dedicate the video to her greatness. It's just, to me, she was a girly girl, and she was a silly girl. She liked to giggle and kiki, but she was serious, and she was good at what she did, her, you know, acting and everything. And she was just a one of the guys, so to speak, kind of gals. I don't know how to put it. She would be someone you'd want to be around and laugh with, and she was vulnerable, you know, she showed that side, but she was strong also, because she's been through a lot, and she's raised the children she adopted in her 50s. I think she had turned 50, and she adopted the 2 kids, which, you know, they're adults, young adults now. So, but the lady had style. The lady had style, and you know, this is what it's all. She, like my Aunt Jean, she had style. Style is just in there. It's, you admire it. People with style like that, they can put on whatever, and it just looks good on them. So I'm not trying to imitate, but I just want to do some looks that were inspired by Miss Keaton, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put the first look together, and I'm going to just go over to the bedroom and put the first look together, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Okay? I'll be right back. We'll talk about it. Yay! Here we go. Look number 1. I don't mean to come out the box really rocking, but I came out the box really rocking. Wouldn't you say? Look. Oh, Miss Keaton. I bow to you, because look, to me, this is inspired. Big belt, tulle skirt. There you go, you know, and the jewelry, it's simple, sleek. I just pulled out the Kate Spade bow bag, just something to put in my hand with this. But this is an old belt from Banana Republic. It's even got a little pocket. It's kind of a Western style, but it's wide. You know, she loved the wide belt. She could rock the wide belt. And this is another Amazon. It's a Dupe on Vivienne Westwood. So perfect little necklace for up there. Look, I put on the tulle skirt with it. Look at that. Works. Oh, this coat. Remember, I got this from Chico's. I have it in a red and black and pink kind of fuchsia brocade, where the sleeves are back here, you know, shorter. But this one, look at it. Look at it. It's like, what do you wear? How do you wear this? You belt it. You know, I was thinking just wearing it open here. Do it Diane Keaton style, you belt it, right? On my feet, I put on just my black boots from last year. They're Franco Sordo, they're knee length, tall boots. Look at there. And that's the look. You can put the boots on with the tulle and put the skirt on, everything. And skirt, the tulle is the skirt, right? But look at that. And this skirt I got at Nordstrom's the year we got married, because I wore it the night, our wedding night, when we went to dinner. I wore this tulle skirt with the cutest little jacket. Oh my God, so cute that I barely button now, but I digress. This is my nod to Diane Keaton look number 1. Wow, 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 wow. I think I'm seeing a thread in the mirror here. Or, no, I'm not. Anyway, I love this look. I love it. You just put this on, grab it, because she just had her own style. She just marched to her own drummer when it came to her looks and everything. And mind you, I'm doing a lot of blacks and creams in this look. She didn't wear a lot of color. Every now and then, but you know, she just looked good every time you saw her. Whether she was donning a hat or had the hair straight with the bangs, or just, and the glasses. I always loved the glasses she wore. So, there you go, ladies. Dig in your closet, create you a Diane Keaton look. Look at that. I love it. I love this look. Comfortable. I could even wear this to church. I don't know that I'd wear a tulle skirt to church, but you could go to a function. You could meet the girls. You could hang out. You could go to dinner. Look at this, and you walk in there. Because we got to keep her style alive. Keep her just. She was iconic to me, and I just fashion. I mean, just walk. You know, I can remember the movie with Some's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson, and they went to dinner. And she had this white pantsuit on. My God, I was looking everywhere trying to find me a white pantsuit. I wanted a white pantsuit with the perfect little jacket. She could put the simplest pieces on and just carry it off, or she could just take the pieces and layer them and put this with this and put them on and just make it work, right? Make it work. So, look number 1. What do you think? Can you do a Diane Keaton inspired look? Sharon, I know you could. Your wardrobe's full of some pieces. Sharon, you hear me at Ageless Restyler. You need to do some Diane Keaton inspired looks, because she could do it. She could do it. Oh, I don't even want to take this off. See, that's what playing dress up sometimes. You get excited. You're just like, wow, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. So, all right, ladies. I am going to put on the next look, and I'll be back. But I am party ready or function ready or whatever. And if it's chilly, I'm feeling snug and warm because I got this belt on. And I understand about it. I love the wide belts. You know I have quite a few. So wide belts, start checking them out. Get you some marked down. Look at that. Anyway, I'll be back with the next Diane Keaton inspired look. All right, here we go. I had to do a hat. I have to do a hat as my nod to Miss Keaton. You know she wore her hats. I just put this hat is so old. When I tell you this hat is probably 20 plus years old, it may be about 22 or 23 years old. It's an old hat from Talbot's that I have always loved. It's got a little velvet trim here, and it's still in perfect shape. It's still in perfect shape. I love this hat from Talbot's. All right, for my Keaton inspiration is the hat, the necktie, you know, and I wanted the necktie. I had my husband tie this tie for me, and look, I'm trying to put it on. I know nothing about doing a tie, but I wanted it to hang from below the vest here. And this is that asymmetrical vest I got from Ever Eve a couple of years ago. Stretches, fits, you know. And I have on my Banana Republic black khakis, wide leg, really a nice pant to wear. Stuck the pearls on. I don't know why they want to like ride around. I don't know. I threw the pearls on, kept the earrings on, just pulled my hair out of that ball. I was going to just have it all down how she wears it, but it would have been too long, I think. Would have killed the Diane vibe, so to speak. But I know she loved the hats. Just pulled out the Chanel bag, not the Chanel bag, Lord, Tory Burch bag. Kept the gold earrings on because of the gold chains here. Gold Michael Kors watch. Kept my Ana Luisa bracelet on and ring. On my feet, I pulled out, second pair of boots I pulled out. I want you to know I'm not ready to be putting on some doggone boots, but that's what I figured would work. And this is like another Franco Sarto, but it's a little short. It's a bootie. Love that perfect heel. I love the pointed toe. Has a little bit of a croc texture to it. Really nice, nice, nice. Perfect, perfect. So there you go. Annie Hall S. Annie Hall was a little more big shirt, big vest, sloppy, but this is a little more polished. This is my take on Miss Keaton when she does her ties and vests and shirts and, you know, oh my. So what do you think, ladies? You could do this. And this is banana. This is banana. This is Ever Eve. Husband's tie, Talbot's. A little bit of mixture of anything. I'm sure you have some in your wardrobe that you could recreate this look and come up with your way. I started to put on, you know, I have that, it's a bone colored vest by Banana with the square neck. I started to put that on with this because I love that vest, but I wanted to keep the black going. I wanted to do all the black accents and keep that going and do the pearls. I tell you, I don't know what I'm doing with this tie, but this is a look. This is kind of cool, kind of fun to go and dress up and put this on. You know, you could put a big oversized blazer on with this, be really nice, or a faux leather one on. Ooh, I have that black leather, real leather one from Banana Republic with the gold buttons. I could throw that on with this and get the getting. Get the getting. But there is look number 2, ladies. Don't tell me nothing. I'm doing my Diane Keaton. Yes. I love it. I hope you love it because I'm loving it. It's fun. It's easy. It's just, you know, it was her way. It was how she did things. And it's like, all right. Okay, next I'm going to do a skirt, another skirt. You're going to see I'm going to do another look with her essence, my Diane Keaton inspired look. So I'll be back with that one for you. I love this one. Yay! Yay! I'll be back. You know, sometimes it's just the simple things. Simple, classic, marvelous. All right, my knot this time is the red. You know I had to pull out the Balmain belt. It's wide. It's my most expensive belt in my wardrobe that I just had to have, but it works. And my B, you know, that B for me is for Barry. Don't get it twisted, right? And I just put on Banana Republic. This is a black tuxedo blouse, beautiful deep cuffs. I bought it this past winter, fall or something. I have a white one too. I washed it and it needs ironing, and I don't know when it'll get ironed. I'm gonna have to find a laundry that does women's blouses. You know, they'll do men's shirts, but they don't often do women's blouses. But I digress. We're talking about Miss Keaton inspiration here. Got my little Chanel little clutchy thing. I have on the Ralph Lauren, the skirt I love. You know I have the little knit top to go with this skirt, and I usually just wear it with the red blazer. I mean, she has pockets. And this blouse has the longer part in the back with the scoop where you can put your hand right in the pocket. And I usually always wear my the red velvet pumps from 7 or 9, and that red velvet cake is the color. But I decided to I'm doing subtle. The only bright is the belt picking up the red in the skirt. And I just put on my little ink shoes, you know, the little T-straps that I have in 3 colors. I have them in white and in a blush color. But that's all. I put those on. This skirt is very, very long, but nice, you know. Just perfect. it makes for a nice outfit, and it has a Diane Keaton S about it. It's my inspiration from Miss Keaton. Oh, I love it, I love it. Okay, have we done good? I mean, it's easy to put together these looks because I admire her style, and a lot of our style, you know, interlocked or cross paths, so to speak, because she wore a lot of classic pieces like I like to wear, ladies. Look at that. Oh, this is my big heart necklace from Chico's. I love this necklace. You see, I kept the earrings on. I'm like, I'll just keep the earrings on. I just pulled the ponytail up in a little bun that I don't know if it's going to hold or not, but we'll get through it because the finale's coming up. I want to thank you for hanging around and watching these outfits. And maybe, you know, if you have any love for her style, I know you have some pieces like this in your wardrobe. A big belt, a shirt, a vest. Anybody can get a tie. Get it from your husband, get it from the store, you know, and put it on. Or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, whoever wears ties. A lot of you probably already wear ties. I'm just, you know, catching up, as always sometimes. But again, you can do a simple blouse, a simple skirt, simple pants. It's the belt. It was her signature look, was the belt. But she didn't always wear the belt. There were times, you know, like when she wore the vest or when she wore certain things, she just was dressed really pristine. And that's what I'm going to do for the finale. I'm going to do a pristine look that I think Diane would be proud to wear, and I hope I do it justice. So we're going to put that on. And all right, remember, I appreciate you being here and taking time, and I love all the love. I send it right back to you. You send me so much love each week. And, you know, remember to give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it, you know, send it to a friend. Look at this, look at this. Look how she did Diane Keaton. You know, we're probably all going to be talking about her style because her style was unique. And someone's got to carry the ball, right? And her style was excellent, I think, just excellent. And remember, I'm here every Thursday. I'm here every Thursday just for you. So we're going to put the finale on. I hope it's worth waiting for. I think I kind of had fun with each of these looks. You know, from the beginning with the coat, and then the vest and the hat. Had to do a hat in there. We had to get a hat in there, you know. And then the belts. Always about the belt. So the next look is going to be the dressy side of Diane, whatever. It's another side of her that it made me feel like it's a look she would wear. Let's put it that way. So I'll be back with that finale, ladies. Anyway, in the meantime, look. I mean, just it's easy stuff to wear. You don't have to have a lot of fanfare and all of that. Just put those pieces on and you're dressed. You can go anywhere. And there you are. A skirt and a top. Especially with this tunic top. And I thought, let me pull my skirt out into, because I love this skirt. When I get as much work, I paid regular price for this skirt. But it is so beautiful. So beautiful. Anyway, I digress. I love you. I thank you. And I'll be right back with the finale. You know, I always say, let the finale. Here we go. Pristine in cream, off-white, silky, beautiful, just simple. No belts, just a Diane Keaton-esque dress suit. How she could put a pantsuit on, or there's one where she's got that white coat with the long. Just sometimes you just want to put a simple white suit on. Put your pearls on. Did you notice? Let me come a little closer. Did you notice? I have my Shop Koi brooch on that I showed you. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, it's like a cloud of balloons, or I don't know. It's just gorgeous. It works. I put on the Banana Republic, the black earrings. I'm doing all this black stuff. I got the black camisole under here. I have a black. I just bought this at Ann Taylor when I bought that leather dress. It was on the clearance thing, so it's like raffia, but it's a nice little squeeze bracelet. Works, right? With the black accents. Tory Burch, my velvet bag that I had a fit for, that my husband got me for Christmas. I love it. I love it. And this suit, this is Banana Republic. I have this suit in 2 colors. I have it in a like a celery green. I couldn't resist. I ordered the one, and my husband said, I like both of them. So I got both. It only has one little pocket flap right here. There's nothing over here. It buttons asymmetrically to pull it. It's long. It's got a split. And the pants are like the ankle length pants. Just, you know, lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. On my feet, I just put on this Camo-Nude suede pumps to pull the black in. Nothing like a pair of suede pumps to go with your winter white, you know, ladies. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And that's the look. That's the finale. That's Miss Diane Keaton inspired look for me dressed up. Now I could grab a belt and put on with this, and oh, you know, I would love one. There's one Carolina had that it was black and it had pearls all over. I couldn't get that one. I couldn't afford it, and they don't show it anymore. But it would have killed this. But I wanted to feel like my little hair is falling. Sorry. I wanted to keep it just kind of pristine. But she didn't always do the belts. But she was always just dressed very smartly, very nicely, very neatly, very simple pieces. Or, you know, when she did the Annie Hall, it was all over the place and it worked. When she did the simple belt this, belt that, it works. And when she just did her just classic look. So, I hope you enjoyed this week. I had a ball. I had a ball, even though I started late. I had a ball doing this. I love these looks, and I love the way Diane Keaton dressed, and I will keep her style alive in my styles, and you should too if you like any of it. If it's for you, it's for you. Just put it together and put it on, and take your classic pieces and play with them. But I love this jacket. Oh my God, I wish Banana would do more. I love the long jacket. I love the cut of it. Look at that. And the pants. I said, let's just get the pants, because you can always come up with something where you get a great pantsuit, grab it. So I haven't worn these yet. Mainly I haven't worn them because pants are really tight. I still got a few pounds to lose to really get the pants to fit perfectly well. But I'm in them. I'm doing better. There was a time I couldn't even, you know, that zipper wouldn't even, you understand. Anyway, ladies, I enjoyed this week, and thank you for spending time with me. And thank you for just being there for me and all you do. And I hope you appreciate a little bit of Diane Keaton. It's my nod to her. May she rest in peace. But we will forever remember your style, lady. Your style will live on. Your classiness, your uniqueness, your kindness, because you did a lot of great things. But we enjoyed you, and we are the better for you being here on earth. And that's what matters, right? So, what we can do, all of us, is to try to leave a little kindness everywhere we go. Because we need it. Like I said, we need this big hug. We need so much kindness. If we can overload the kindness, can it outweigh all of the bad things, all of the negative? Sure it can. But it will take a powerful force of kindness, because that other is it's a formidable foe. But we got a secret weapon. We've got that one secret weapon, and if once he comes through, pew, pew, mind-blowing goodness. Rainbows, whatever, kittens and whatever. Anyway, I'm just messing with you. I enjoyed this week. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend a little time with me and to pay our tribute to my tribute, maybe not yours, but my tribute to a well-dressed, classy lady as Miss Diane Keaton. And I will see you guys next week. I don't know what's going on next week, but we got through this week. We got through this week. You had to do it. You had to do it. Anybody that's into fashion, you have to just do a nod to the great lady, to the great Keaton. Anyway, I love you. I thank you all for watching. Come back, see me next week. I'll be here. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. It's not, we don't need any creeks to rise, right? Anyway, Be good. I'll see you next week. Mwah.